and getting started with the test. Right, guys, so just one thing here. This is just keeping in mind that, so you need to keep in mind, I'll take the test as if I am a student. I have, not gone through the paper on my portal. So I'm going to the test, and this comes with the assumption that all of you have, attempted the test. Otherwise, you could end up, wasting a test by looking at the questions beforehand, right? So let's quickly get the test started. Okay, SimIPMAT Indore 2024, and the test is test 8. So that is this one. All right. So I hope my entire screen is visible to all of you. Right. There are 15 questions in QA, short answer, QA, MCQ, 30 questions. And verbal ability, there are 45 questions. Each section should be attempted in 40 minutes. Total duration 120. While attempting sessions, switching to sections is not permitted. Okay, I've read all the instructions. For short answer theta, you need to type the correct answer in the space provided using virtual keyboard. I will not disclose or reproduce, etc. All right. So now for the duration of the test, what I will do is I'll just keep a notepad open on the side. So that's my notepad. And I'll keep switching between the test and the notepad. And you will notice while I'm writing, the notepad would generally, yeah. So I'll try to make it as small as possible. Yeah. So while I'm writing, even while I'm writing on the notepad, I think my screen, my test would still be visible. Right. So no issues there. Right. Now keep in mind, while I'm solving, I'm using the virtual pen and everything. So a little time could, get wasted here and there. But apart from that, yeah, this should give you a feel of how I would be attempting the test in the real time. All right. So yes, hoping for the best. Let us begin the test. There are 3 sets of natural numbers. S1, okay. There are 15 questions, 40 minutes. 3 sets of natural numbers, this. Common elements. Okay, this is an AP. This is an AP. This is an AP. I think we have done the concepts, or we've done such questions where we have APs involved. And finding the common element, I'll find out the first element. I think I know how to do this. I have, experience of solving such questions, but there used to be 2 sets. Here there are 3 sets. I think that's just an added complexity, but I think I'll attempt this question because this is a short answer section. I think I can afford this. So 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, and so on till 2024. Multiples of 2 minus 1. Okay. 7, 12, 17, and so on is 7, 12, 17, and so on. So multiples of 5 plus 2, because the difference is so some 5n plus 2 is the general number here. 3n minus 1 is the general number here. And 4, 11, and so on. Common difference is 11. I need to write in terms of 7. So 7n minus 3 is the common term of the third AP. That is 4, 11, 18, and so on. Okay. The first common element of all the 3. I think 17 is common to the first and the second. Okay, so 17 is common. And this is an AP with common difference 3. This is an AP with common difference 5. So their common difference would be 15. So S1 and S2, 17, 32, and so on. And I need to check which of these is 7n minus 3. This is 32 is 7n minus 3. The third AP is 7n minus 3. So this satisfies multiple of 7 minus 3. I think the first term that is common to all of them is 32. Hence, my answer should be 32. Not bad. 2 minutes. I think I can afford 2 minutes per question in short answer. Okay. Given the matrix this, let us define the matrix P, which is 1 to 2023 AI. Then the trace of the matrix is, I haven't heard of the term called trace of a matrix. So I'll pass. I'll mark this. I don't even have to mark this for review because I don't know what the trace is. Maybe at best I'll put a 1 from the virtual keyboard and move on. Now, guys, there's just one thing before I go ahead. All of you who have joined, make sure that you stay in the session for the entire 2 hours, because you might feel it is boring, but every question, or you could get a good learning based on the kind of questions and the kind of approach being used. Okay, that's all. Moving on. I'll focus on solving only. Sorry for that. Question number 3. A shopkeeper marks up an article by 10% and 12.5% and then gives 2 successive discounts of 20 and this. If he reverses the markup and discount, he receives 333 more. Find the selling price after reversing this thing. Okay. I think I just need to use the multipliers properly. So multiplier for 10% is, all right. So let me say, let the initial price be, cost price be C. So in first case, it would be 11 by 10, markup by 11, 10%. So 11 by 10. And then he has marked up by 12.5%. That is 1/8. Markup by 1/8 means 9 by 8. Then he offers discount of 20%. So 20% discount means reduces by 1 by 5. So multiplier is 4 by 5. And discount of 16.67%. That is 1/6 discount. So the multiplier is 5 by 6. 5 and 5 cancels. 99. 4 will cancel out 3 and 5. So ultimately what I have is 99 by 120. So this basically becomes 99 by 120 of the cost price in the first case. Whereas in the second case, he reverses. So in the second case, he's giving the markup as 20 and 16.67. So 6 by 5 and markup of 16.67, that would mean 7 by 6. And discount of 10% and 12.5. So discount of 10% means 9 by 10. And discount of 12.5% means 7 by 8. 6 and 6 cancels. Nothing else is cancelling. So it seems this would be, I hope I've done the calculations right. 49 into 9. 441 by, check here. 40 into 10, 400. No, that's right. 400 C. So this is the cost. This is the value in the first case, second case. And now the question is, the difference between these two things is, the difference is 333. So 441 upon 400 minus 99 by 120. And into C is 333. We wanted what? We wanted the selling price after the reversing. So basically we want 441, this one. All right, this is 33 upon 40. And I want 400 as the denominator. So 330 by 400. 441 minus 330. 111 upon 300. Upon 400, sorry. C is equal to 333. 3 times. Therefore, cost price is 1200. Cost price is 1200. We wanted what? 441 upon 400 into C. So therefore, 441 upon 400 into 1200. The answer would be 3 times of this. So 3 times of this would be 1200 and 1323. Okay, not bad. I think I've been able to solve 2 questions. We are only 7 minutes down. Fine. Cos of x plus y is 4 by 5. Cos of and sine of x minus y is this. X plus y, sine of x minus y. and both the angles are between 0 to 90 degree, then find the value of 32 times tan of x. So I'll mark for review. I think I can do this, but this might take time. I'm not sure. Let A1, A2, A be a 200-sided regular convex polygon. Make the diagonals A1 plus AI plus 9, where I is this, where AI plus 200 is AI. I'm able to read this also. Let n be the number of distinct points of intersection. So there's a 200-sided polygon, diagonal first vertex to 10th vertex, and so all such vertices. Let n be the number of distinct points of intersection. No, sorry, not possible for me now. Okay, the number of the distinct sets of numbers A, B, C, D such that A factorial plus B factorial plus C factorial equals 3 to the power D is or R. A factorial plus B factorial plus C factorial is equal to 3 raised to the power D. Okay, let me just try. I can think about this. A factorial plus B factorial plus C factorial is equal to 3 raised to the power D. Factorials are 1, 2, then you have 1, 2, 6, 24, 120, 720, and so on. And using these, I need to make multiples of or powers of 3. Powers of 3 are, these numbers can be 1, 3, 9, 27, 7, 81, 343, sorry, 243, 729. Okay. Can I make a 1? No, this is not possible. Can I make a 3? Yes. 1 factorial plus 1 factorial plus 1 factorial. So distinct sets, but numbers may not be distinct. So I think, yeah, 1, 1, 1, and 3. One possibility. One case possible here. All of these are 1. Okay. 9. 1 plus 2 plus 6 is 9. Any other way I can get a 9? No. So I think this would give me one case. Should I interchange the value? 1 factorial plus 3 factorial 9. So if I interchange the values, like 2 factorial plus 1 factorial plus 3, the answer that I want is a set A comma B comma C comma D. If I just interchange the numbers in between, the set would not be distinct. So this would count as one case only. One case only. Fine. No need to interchange. 27, is it possible? 24 plus 3, one case possible. 24 plus 1 plus 2. 81 is nowhere close to any power of 3, and I can't see that happening. 243 is nowhere close to a power of 3. Two powers, I think, adding up to that. 720 plus 9 can give me 729. 720 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1. I'll have to add 4 factorials for that. Possible. Hey, verify whether there are other values possible or not. 2187. 21876561. Try this. 187 factorials. There's no factorial close to 2187. The next factorial is 5040. The next factorial is 5000 into 8 is 40,000. So 40320. I think beyond this, I don't see any closer powers, so I won't be able to manually calculate. But okay, last 1 minute. If I am able to get an answer, I'll attempt or I'll leave. Spent already a lot of time here. 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial. 1 factorial is the only odd number, and all these powers are odd numbers. So 1 factorial definitely has to be there. Okay, one factorial always has to be there. One factorial is involved. Odd numbers cannot help me. Odd numbers can only tell me that one factorial will definitely be there. Okay, this has to be there. If I think of remainders, RHS is divisible by 3. This term has a remainder of 1. We've already checked all the combinations of 1, 2, 3, the smaller factorials. So maybe 1 plus 2 plus any big factorial, or 1 plus 3 plus any big factorial. So, okay, this is the 2 factorial leaves a remainder of 2, and all the other factorials are divisible. So if there is any combination, the remainder here is 1 and remainder here is 2, only then the LHS and RHS are divisible by 3. So 2 factorial has to be there. Only then this thing. So 1 factorial, 2 factorial are there. So 3 plus some multiple of 3 factorial, 4 factorial or something. Here I think I realize that 3 to the power d, all these powers are bigger powers of 3. So 3 to the power 1. And I've already checked all the smaller powers, smaller numbers. If I consider 7, 8 factorial, if I consider a 7 factorial, 8 factorial, and so on, all these numbers are divisible by 3 square. 3 square plus 3 will be divisible by 3, but won't be divisible by higher powers. And I think therefore these would be the only combinations. Maybe 3. I'm thinking 3. Let me go ahead. Spent a lot of time here. But at least I'm dicey about this one. Maybe yeah. I've skipped one question by mistake. Let x be this such that the number of x such that this f of x is an integer would be what? All right. This f of x should be an integer. 3 plus 7, 10 plus 12 minus 12. Okay. I think I'm done with this one. This one is easy. This one seems to be easy. If I want this to be an integer, I'll simply factorize. I can easily see the factorization done. This question should happen. The 3x square x cube plus 7x square minus 12x plus 2. If I put x equal to 1, this is coming out to be 0. So x minus 1 is a factor of this. Can I factorize the denominator? That is x plus 3x minus 1. Okay, yeah. So denominator is x plus 3 and x minus 1. The numerator is x minus 1. Can I quickly factorize it? 3x cubed plus 7x square minus 12x plus 2. And this is being divided by x minus 1. So I'll have to multiply by 3x square. X minus 1 is being multiplied by 3x square. So 3x cube minus 3x square. Minus plus 10x square minus 12x and x. So I'll have to multiply by plus 10x. 10x square, x minus 1 and minus 1 into 10. So minus 10x. Yeah, minus 1 into 10x. Minus 10x. So this cancels minus plus. So 2x plus 2 and again divided by x minus 1. So I have to multiply by 2 such that it. So this was minus 2. So I have to multiply by minus 2. And this cancels out completely. So 3x square plus 10x plus 2 minus 6 and some mistake. Can I waste time on this simple question? Okay, one more attempt. Factorizing 3x square. Okay. 12x plus 2. 3 plus 7, 10, 10 plus 2, 12 minus 12. It is definitely divisible by x minus 1. So I'll multiply by 3x square. So if it's multiplied by 3x cube minus 3x square take the difference, cancels, minus minus, this becomes plus 10x square minus 12x. I'll multiply by 10x, so that 10x square, so 10x square minus 1 into 10x, so minus 10x. Take the difference, so it comes out to be minus 2x plus 2, multiply by minus 2. If I multiply by minus 2, this becomes minus 2x. And minus 2x plus 2. If I take the difference, remainder 0. I think I have done it right. Why was I worried? Okay, so x minus 1 into 3x square plus 10x minus 2, the whole upon x minus 1 into x plus 3. Okay, I'll further have to divide this by x plus 3. 3x square plus 10x minus 2 and x plus 3. I'm not worried about the quotient. Quotient would always give me quotient. Would always give me integer. Remainder is what I'm worried about. So 3x square, I'm multiplying by 3x. So 3 into 3x, 9x plus 9x. Take the difference, x minus 2. So x plus 3, I take the difference, x and its answer minus 2 minus 3, minus 5. Okay, so the answer should be, the remainder is minus 5 over x plus 3. So x plus 3 should be, minus 5 should be divisible by x plus 3. So x plus 3 should be equal to a 5, 1, or minus 5 or minus 1. Therefore, I think 4 values of x would be possible. X should be equal to 2, x should be equal to minus 2, x should be equal to minus 2, minus 5, minus 3, minus 8, and minus 4. Okay, 4 values are possible. Hopefully, it's correct. Moving on. Okay, so 20 questions, 20 minutes gone. I've attempted 4 questions genuinely, right? Maybe I'll just quickly scroll. Anything slightly easier visible? So appears to be, so okay. Okay, product 1. Expression is difficult. Maybe the question might not be that difficult. Determine the value of x satisfying log of a lengthy. Okay. Okay. Quickly. S is okay. So let me attempt the 8th question. S is this 1 2 1 2. I think this is a repetitive sequence, not very lengthy. I'll now be a little fast in solving. So S is equal to 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon 2 plus, and I think again that is 1 by S. If S is this, yes. Right, okay, so therefore S is equal to 1 upon 1 plus 1 by, sorry, S upon 2 plus S. Therefore, S is equal to 2 plus S plus S. So 2 plus 2S, 1 upon 2 plus 2S. So 2 common, 1 plus S. Therefore, if I just, and the numerator would have 2 plus S. Don't make this silly mistake. Don't make this silly mistake. Plus S plus S 2 plus 2S. Yes, I've done that right. So yeah, now that will be a quadratic. Okay, I think I should be able to get the answer now. So 2 S square plus 2S is equal to 2 plus S. Therefore, 2S square plus S minus 2 is equal to 0. I think, yeah. So let me try factors of 4 that have a difference of 1. So 2s square plus s is equal to minus 2. I hope I've done everything right. 2s. Okay. So therefore, all right. I'll come to this question. I'll just mark the rough work here. Question 17. So question 8. Moving on. Okay, Kathy has a jar containing jelly beans. At the beginning of each minute, he takes jelly beans out of the jar. At the nth minute, if n is odd, he takes out 5. If n is even, he takes out n jellies. After the 46 minutes, there are only 4 jellies left in the jar. Okay, so till 46th minute, there were 23 odd minute ends. First minute ended, third minute ended, fifth minute ended. For each one, he's taken out 5 jellies. So the number of jellies he's taken out is 5 plus 5 and so on 23 times. And for each of the even minute 2, 4, 6, he's taken out 2, 4, 6. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 and so on till 46. Plus he also has another 4 jellies with him. So this was the total number of jellies. So 23 into 5, 115 plus sum of 23 odd numbers. So n into n plus 1, 23 into 24, that is 552 plus 4. So 556, 556, 561, 571, 671. The number of jellies in the beginning was 671. Okay. If f of x is this 1 upon x minus 1, then the value of this. Generally, these function-based questions are pattern-based. Let me make a pattern. f of 1 by 2020. I have to multiply all of them. So 1 by f of 1 by 2020 is x here I'll put 2020. 1 by 2020. So reciprocal of 1 by 2020, that will be 2020 minus 1. That is 2019. Okay. F of 2 by 2020, that would be 2020 by 2 minus 1. Okay, f of 3 by 2020, that would be 2020, whatever is the input, uska reciprocal minus. And if I keep on simplifying this, this would be 2018 by 2. 2017 by 3. Okay, the total is 2020 only. 2019 by 1. So maybe if I go ahead, f of say 2019 by 2020 be 2019, 2020 by 2019 minus 1. That would actually come out to be 1 upon 2019. Okay, f of 2018 by 2020 equal to 2020 by 2018 minus, so that will be actually 2 by 018. All right, reciprocals. So when I multiply all of them, each one would cancel out. There are 1 to 2019 terms. So there should be one term in between which would still remain. The middle term would be the f of 1010 upon 2020. F of that would remain. Everything else would cancel out. So f of 0 upon 2020 would be nothing but f of 1 by 2, which is nothing but 2 minus 1, that is 1. And so it would be 1. 2 minus 1, yes. Log of something is equal to x into 13 minutes left. I think I'll take up a few other questions first. I've not seen this one, so I'll mark for later. F of x is x square minus 8, 8, x, g of x is x plus 2. Then what is the minimum value of mod of f of g of x minus 4. F of g of x minus 4x. So g of x is x plus 2 and f of that. So x plus 2 the whole square and the whole mod within mod f of x plus 2 the whole square minus 8 times x plus 2 minus 4x. This is the function that comes out to be x square plus 4x minus 8x. So minus 4x and minus 4x. So minus 8x and plus 4 minus 16. So plus 4 minus 16 is minus 12, the mod. Okay, the graph would be something like that. X square minus b square minus 4ac is b square minus 4ac is 64. 64 minus of minus, so 64 plus 48, it's positive greater than 0. Since it's greater than 0, it'll cut the x-axis in 2 points, and when I take the mod, this part come on the top. So minimum of this function is 0, but generally in theta, the answer be 0. It has to be a natural number, but I have done it right. I go with 0 for now. Three distinct numbers in a geometric progression have a product 1728. The sum of the products taking two numbers at a time is 456. Find the smallest number. A, AR square. If I multiply all of them, AR the whole cube is 1728. Therefore, AR is 12. Taking two at a time. So A square R plus A square R square plus AR into this. So that will be A square R cube is equal to 456. Therefore, if I take out the AR common, if I take out the A square R common, if I take out the A square R common, I'll be left with 1 plus R square is 6 and AR is 12. So if I cancel out the 12, 30, 30, 38. Therefore, A into 1 plus R square is 38. A plus AR square and the middle number is 12. So that is 26. The first and the last term total is 26. And the middle number is 12. It's a GP. 3, 12, 48, 4, 12, 46. 6, 1. Okay, only 9 minutes left. Can I think of any combination? Middle term is 12. So their multiplication. So basically, okay, I know. A square. Their multiplication is 144 and their addition is 26. 18 and 8. Yeah, 8, 18. Yes. 8, 12, 18 is satisfying this. No, I'm not able to mathematically get to that, but I can clearly see 1.5 times it's happening. Yes, 8. Vertices of a parallelogram. The other two vertices lie in this, so I'm not getting into this. Alpha, beta are complementary angles. The maximum value of cos square alpha plus sine square beta. See, for complementary angles, cos of alpha will be sine of beta, sine of complementary angles. Cos square alpha plus cos square sine square beta is nothing but cos square alpha only. That is 2 times cos square alpha, and I find the maximum value. 1. Maximum value of this is 1. It will be, maximum value should be 2. Is this so easy? Sine square beta, complementary angles, it will be cos of the complementary angle. So sine square beta is nothing but cos square alpha, cos square alpha plus cos square alpha 2 cos square alpha. Yes, I think that's how it is supposed to be done. Okay, I'll just go back to a few more questions then. No, not getting to this. Getting to this. Okay, another question was left to be done. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. 2s square plus s minus 2. Therefore, s would be equal to, let me apply the formula, minus b. S would be equal to minus 1 plus or minus under root of b square is 1. 1 plus 16 under root of 17. Acha, okay, it's the greatest integer function. So 1 plus minus root 17 upon 2a, so upon 4. So root 17, 1 minus root 7, minus 1 minus root 17 not possible. So minus 1 plus root 17. So 4 point something, 17, 4 point, not even 4.2. So 4.1 something, 4.1 minus 1. So 3.1 divided by 4. 3.1 divided by 4 would be 0 point something, the greatest integer function. 3.1 and you multiply that by 100. Okay, I need to be a little accurate because it has to be multiplied by 100. So under root 17, root 17 is point. Very accurate. I've done the calculations right. It takes me 4%. Let's see if I can do something. Okay. Of 17, 4.1 something minus 1 divided by 4. 3.15 is 0.7. It won't be 3.2, 3.1 only, so 3.1 something. So if I divide that, 31 by 2, 0.7. If I just take it 3, 7 times limit is 340, 33, it will depend. 1 square is 1,681. 42 square is 1,764. Really, it's less than 5, maybe around 3.4.1. There's a gap of 80, so around about 0.6384, and this is the gap of 19. Maybe a 2 something. So 4.1 to 3.1, 3.1 to a 3.13, something like that. So 0.7, 78, something. 78. I don't feel sure about this one. Okay. 14th question. The opposite vertices of parallelogram. Vertices lie on the line 7x plus x plus 7y. 3.5 minutes left. Okay, I can calculate cos alpha, cos beta. So cos of alpha plus beta would give me okay. Yeah, it will give me x, y, and y will get cancelled. So I just need to find out the sine and cos of this angle plus this angle. Okay. Let me see if I can do that. Question more, maybe. No. Cos of Okay, this cos of x plus y is known 4 by 5. For sine of x plus y, sine x plus y would be equal to 3 by 5. Cos x minus y, sine x minus y is 12 by 13. So 144, 15, 15 by, so under root, sorry, 169 minus 140. Oh, it's 12 by 13. Okay, so that's the triplet. So that's 5 by 13. All right. So now I need to find out the sine and cos of the addition angle. So sine x plus y plus sine x minus y. So that will be sine 2x. That will be uh sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So sine of the first one into cos of the second one. So 3 by 5 into 5 by 13. 3 into 5 by 13 into 5 would be 65 plus 12 into 4 by 65. 12, 4, 12, 4, 48 by 65. Ultimately, it's coming out to be 63 by 65. Okay. Cos of, if I know sine of 2x, cos of 2x would be, again, cos a cos b minus sine a sine b. I'll do it that way. So cos into cos, 5 4 into 5, 20, minus sine into sine, 3 into 12, 36. And the whole would be upon 65. So that comes out to be, minus 16 by 65, taking the ratio 63 by 16. Okay, I think I've got the answer. Tan 2x is 63 by 16 and multiplying by 32, that becomes 126 minus 126 and with a mod, so 26. And next. So I think I've answered 12, out of which I think one was random. 3 seconds. I just put 2 as the answer for everything, what I've not answered. 2. This one also, I don't know. I think yes, this section is done for me now. I think this has gone well. So I hope whoever was watching have been able to follow. Moving on to the MCQ section. Sequence S1 consists of all the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Then prime numbers from 1 to 200. Sorry. So there are 25 from 1 to 100. I'm not sure about the numbers from 1 to 200. Okay. There are 7 arithmetic progressions. Then there are 7 arithmetic progressions of length 3 with common difference 2 in S1. As far as I know, and I know that the only 3 consecutive odd prime numbers or prime numbers with a common difference of 2 are 3 consecutive prime numbers with a common difference 2 are 3, 5, 7. That's the only sequence. So 7 such sequences are not possible. So I know that. No problem with that. Number of primes from 1 to 100 are more than the number of primes from 101 to 200. Yes, absolutely true. That's a fact. As you keep on going ahead, the number of primes in the limited space would keep on reducing. Especially if 1 to 100, 100, 200. So statement 2 is correct, but 1 is not. Invertible matrix satisfies this. And a to the power 5a holds true, then 2a plus, sorry. We'll come back to this sometime later. The number, okay, I have 40 questions. I am planning to first at least reach 8 to 10 attempts. And then, maybe think of maximizing my score. All right. Log to the base 10 plus log to the base 10 is equal to 0. So combine the two logs. So I'll get log to the base 10 log of x into log of x cube minus 2. and that's equal to 0. Oops, sorry. That is equal to 0. Therefore, whatever is inside the log, that is equal to 1. So log of x into log of x square minus 2 is 1. X and log of x cube minus 1, x cube minus 2 are reciprocals of each other. Log of x and log of this number, these two numbers, the multiplication is reciprocal. X inverse. So therefore, of okay log of x into log of x cube minus 2 is 1. This is 1 into 1. There be any real value, log of a number into log of another number, the multiplication is 1. So basically, log of x is equal to 1 upon log of x cube minus 2. Wasting time. I don't have much time. No more spending time in this one. Second one left, third one left, fourth one. The value of the expression log of I plus 1 into log of 3 to the base I plus 1, log of 3 to the base I plus 2, and log of 3 to the base I plus 2 upon I plus 1, into log of 2 to the base 3, into log of 3 to the base, log of 160 to the base 3 is how much? Not solving this for now. But there is an infinite array matrix formed by arranging numbers in a spiral order as follows. The top left box is 1, then the value 1, and we arrange them according to a spiral. Spiral, something spiral. Okay. A1 comma 1 denotes the cell on the. So, okay, I think reading is the same. A1 comma 2, first row, second column. A7 comma 7, 7 comma 9, 7, 10 comma 9. Okay. Okay. What is happening in this matrix? Am I able to figure out? 1, 9, 3, 4, 5. If I keep going this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 9, 10, 25, spiral. 4, 3, reducing also, then increasing, sometimes continuously increasing, continuously decreasing, 13, 14, 15, 16, okay. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, this row is like this. This row is like this. I think I have found the spiral. The spiral is actually going, and so on and so forth. Okay, right. So, right. So I want A 7 comma 7. The changeover is taking place on the first row or the first column. Right. So 5 comma 5 is 25. The turnover happened at 16, 25, 9, 4, and so on. Okay. Got it. So these elements are square numbers. 3 by 3 square gets completed. Here you have a 9, then 16, then 25. So every alternate on the alternate term on the first row is a square. Every alternate on the first column is a square. So I want the seventh row, seventh column. So 25, then here there was a 16. I don't know what number here. Then here I'll have a 36. Then here I'll have a 36. So it will change over 25. Then the next number would be something. But after that, turnover. Okay, so 6, 1 comma 6 would be 36. 7 comma 1 would be 49 here. I want 7 comma 7. So 25 has completed here. So 7 comma 7, 49 has got over here, 7 comma 1. So 7 comma 7 would be the bottommost square. So 49, 7 comma 2 would be 48. So 7 comma 7 would be 49 minus 6, that is 43, such that after 6 more numbers I'm getting 49. So 43, 7 comma 9, row 7, column 9. Okay. So row 7, column 9. 7, if I go further below, this would have been 36, then 60, 36, and I turned down and went from here to here. Then from, okay, then from 50 onwards, I'll start here. This would be the 8th row, 8th column. Then this will be 64. 65 onwards, I'll start the 9th row. So 9th row. I want the 7th row, 9th column. Okay, sorry. So 7th row and the 9th column, that will be this element. This would be 65 to 64. 64 plus here, this is the 9 elements. So 64 plus 9, that will be 64 plus 9. The last element would be 73 here. So this element would be 74 and this one would be 75. Okay, I don't know why I got into this, but 43 plus 75 and 10 comma 9. So 10th row, 9th column. So again, I reach the top. The top is 49, 64. This would be 81 at the top. Then I'll start with 81 and start with 81 and then 10 elements. So the 10 comma 10 would be 81 plus 10, that is 91. And I want the next element, that is 92. I'm not very sure of this, but is that there in the options? 5 plus 5, yeah, should end in a 0. I think I've got the answer. 43 plus, this would be 130, 135 plus 75, 210 should be the answer. My God, I've spent so much time only for solving 2 questions. I need to be more careful now. I'll not spend time. I'll do the ABC because there are 30 questions. Okay. 3 articles are sold for the same selling price. First one, profit of 42.84. Second one, loss of this. Okay. So the selling price is the same. First is okay, 42.84. So 3 by, so that number is 10 by 7 of C1 is equal to, second, there is a loss of 1/6. So 5 by 6 of C2, and that's equal to, third article, there's a profit of 11.11%, that is 1/9. So that is 10 by 9 of C3. The number should be divisible by 5 and 10. I think I'll take the common selling price to be 100. So C1 comes out to be 70. C2 comes out to be 120 and C3 comes out to be 10 by 9 is 100. So 90. Yeah, then what's the question? If there was a profit of this in this much in the whole transaction, so the total selling price is 300. I want assume the selling price to be 100 and the total cost price is, as per my numbers, is 210 plus 70, 280. As per my numbers, the total profit is plus 20. But as per the question, it is 126. My 120 is 126. So therefore, the loss in the second article, the loss in the second article is 20 rupees. That is 126. 20 parts is rupees 126. Yes. That was a good solve. Sine of theta by 2 is 2 by 5. Let's say x is equal to sec theta minus tan theta and y is equal to cosec theta plus cot theta. Sine of 2 theta, and once I have sine of 2 theta, I will actually have everything, but this would be time consuming. I think I'll go ahead. I'll mark this for later. This can be taken up. the difference between the maximum and the minimum value of log of x to the base a in the interval a to 2a is 1 by 2, then the value of a is okay. This is easy. This is straightforward. The maximum and the minimum value of log of x to the base a from a to 2a. So the minimum, basically in this interval, the minimum value will happen at x equal to a, and that will be equal to 1. And the maximum value would happen at x equal to 2a. So that will be log of 2a to the base a. That would simply be log of a to the base a plus log of, so 1 plus log of 2 to the base a, and the difference between this and this is 1 by 2. Therefore this itself is the difference, so this is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore a raised to the power 1 by 2 is 2. Therefore a is equal to 2 square, that is 4. Okay, great. Good one. So 2-3 good questions here. The number of perfect cubes in the set is how much? Number of perfect cubes here. Okay, so I'm calculating the perfect cubes. I've answered 4 questions in 14 minutes. I need to be a little more careful. I'm aiming to score 12 questions or 15 questions, something like that. That's the general target. Okay. So would I be able to solve? If the powers are multiples of 3, so that would satisfy. So 1 to 2018, 2018, 2018, 2018. Yeah, I'll be able to find out how many cube powers are there. 2018 divided by 3. That will be 2018 divided by 367, 672. So there'll be roughly 672 numbers here. Okay, then there'll be numbers which are already perfect cubes. So there are numbers which are perfect cubes, which are 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, and so on. So sorry, yeah, 1 cube, 1 raised to anything is a perfect cube. 8 raised to anything is already a perfect cube. 27 raised to anything is a perfect cube. So I have 1 cube, I have 2 cube, I have 3 cube, and so on till 2018. I have 12 cube also. 4 cube, 5 cube, 6 cube, 7 cube, and so on to 12 cubes. So these are another 12 numbers. It should be perfect cubes, but is there an overlap in this? There would definitely be. 1 raised to 2018 is not a perfect cube. 2017 is it's 016 is a perfect cube. So whenever you have multiples of 3, their powers are already multiples of. So whenever the base is a multiple of 3, the power is already a multiple of 3. So that has already been counted. So 3, 6, 9, and 12. These 4 numbers would have to be removed. So from here, I'll only count 8 more numbers. So 670 plus 8, the answer should be 680. And therefore, the answer should be option. The number of ways to choose a subset of 2 elements A, comma B from the set 1 to 0 to 50. The pair is indistinguishable. Yeah, so that's how the sets are defined. Okay. The number of ways to choose a subset of 2 elements from this 50C2. Such that the difference between, so the condition is that the mod of difference between A and B, the difference between A and B should be less than or equal to 5. I'm picking 2. Okay. Okay. The difference between A and B should be less than or equal to 5. In all the options, it is that way. So I think, yeah, if I make it, the difference between A minus B is 0. In that case, A and B is the same. So there are only 50 such cases. Whatever is A, that is B, and A can be any of the 50 numbers. Okay, fine. What is A minus, what if A minus B is 1? If A minus B is 1, this is a set of 2 consecutive numbers. So A can be, or B can be 1 to 49. A would be one bigger number. So there will be only 49 cases. A minus B is 2. I can choose 1, 3, 2, 4. So go on till 49, 48, 50. So 148. Yeah, I think I've got the sequence. This is only 48 numbers. A minus B being 3, that would be 47 cases. A minus B being 4, that would be 46 cases. And A minus B being 5 would be 45 cases. That's the last possibility. It's an AP. So 3 into 95 should be the answer to 85. Hence the answer is option B. I'm happy. 6 questions answered in first 18. Yeah, sounds a little good. By the when 15-20 minutes are left, I'll go to the DIs to check once. Okay, the polynomial this has roots PQR. Can I find out the roots? The All right, I'll just quickly do that. Actually, PQR is equal to P into Q into R is equal to minus of 20 minus of minus 20. So that is 20. P plus Q plus R is equal to minus 20. And PQ plus QR plus PR is equal to 20. Okay. With all this information, P square minus 1, Q square minus 1, R square minus 1. Be P square, Q square, R square, 4 into 2. I should have 8 terms. Okay. Let me check. There'll be one term where P square is multiplied by ones, Q square is multiplied with ones, R squares are multiplied by the other ones. So plus P square plus Q square plus R square. And there are other cases where there are pairs of 2. So P square Q square plus K P square Q square. So that will come with a minus sign. So minus P square Q square plus P square R square plus Q square R square. And finally a minus 1. I'm not into the calculation, but yeah, if nothing else clicks later, I can definitely come back to this one. So I'll mark this one. Suppose that there is a real number with log of sin x plus log of cos x equal to minus 1. So log of sin x cos x is minus 1. Therefore, sin x cos x is 1 upon 5. Can be represented as root m upon n. The value of m upon n is how much? Okay, so sin x cos x is sin x cos x is 1 by 5. Based on that log, the value of sin square x cos square x can be represented. So that will be sin x cos x common. So 1 by 5 of 1 by 5 cos x plus sin x. Sin x cos x is this. So cos x is 1 upon, okay, so therefore that becomes 1 by 5. I'll write cos x as 1 upon 5 sin x. So 1 upon 5 sin x plus sin x. The 5 1 plus 5 sin square x upon 5 sin x. Right. Sorry, 1 plus 5 sin square x. No, we're getting close to it. 1. 20 horse departed from Oak Tree Middle Road down the south, 20 road down the west, east. Okay, it seems doable, but a little lengthy. I'll come back. Odometer instrument. On the dashboard displaying the cumulative distances in a style, Leonard drove his car for an integral number of hours at an average speed of this. At the start of the trip, the odometer displayed ABC. At the end of the trip, it displayed CBA. Given that A, this, AQ plus BQ plus CQ. I think ABC, CBA, I am able to do the thing. So I'll think I know how to deal with this. The distance covered is some multiple of 55 into something. Okay. And ABC and CBA. So the distance covered would be the end of trip minus initial. So CBA minus ABC is the distance covered, and that should be 55x. But ABC is 100C minus C, so that will be 99C, and CA minus 100A, so minus 99A. So 99C minus A, and 10B and 10B will get cancelled. That's 55 into number of hours. So therefore 11 goes 9 times, 11 goes 5 times. So therefore 9 times C minus A is equal to 5 times of X. The only way this can happen is C minus A has to be 5. So the difference between C and A is 5, and A is greater than or equal to 1. So if A is 1, the difference between them has to be 5, no other possibility. Therefore, this has to be, if the difference is 5, C has to be 6. 1 plus 6 is already 7. So A plus B plus C is less than or equal to 7. The only way this is possible is B is equal to 0. Okay, I've got the answer. So A is 1, B is 0, C is 6. Therefore, the value of A cube plus B cube plus C cube, 216 plus 1, 217. The answer is option A. Fairly easy. So the shortest distance of this point, I know how to calculate shortest distance. This is straightforward. I think after this question, I'll move on to the DI. The shortest distance between this point to the circle. So the circle is centered at minus 3, comma, sorry, the circle is centered at 3, comma, minus 1. That is 3, comma, minus 1. And I'll have to add a 9 square on the other, 3 square, 9, 4, 2 square, sorry, 1 square, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 minus 6, 4. The radius of the circle is 2. And the shortest distance from any point to the circle is always the distance between the radius, the point and the center, subtract the radius. So what is the whatever is the distance between the point and the radius, point and the center minus the radius should give us the answer. So minus 5, comma 5. Minus 5 to 3, the distance is 8. X coordinate 8 distance, Y coordinate 6 distance. 8 and 6, it's a triplet. The distance would come out to be 10. 10 minus 2, the answer is 8. Okay. F of x minus y is equal to f of x minus f of y. Then find the value of f of 6n given that x, y, n are natural numbers. Okay. F of x minus y is f of x minus f of y. Okay. From here, if I put x equal to 0, I only get f of minus y is equal to f of 0 minus and time. I'm not able to figure out what needs to be done here. Okay, let's move on. Suppose 3 functions are defined. Compose it. I think this is a very much doable question, but I'll first check the DI and then back to it. Range, then which also following is also a rule. x square is missing, x square is missing, x square is missing. The sum of all roots has to be 0. So sine 10 can be cancelled out. But sum of two roots taken at a time is coming out to be minus 3 by 4. Sum of roots taken two at a time. Same number of digits. This is a very straightforward one. This is a very straightforward one. I will do it. Straightforward one. If we're going to the DI also, I'll do it. So 4 to the power 16 is 2 raised to the power 2 raised to the power 32 into 5 raised to the power 25. So this is 2 raised to the power 7 into 10 to the power 25. 2 to the power 7 is 128 and 25 zeros. 25 zeros. So 25 plus 3, 28 digits. I don't even have to use the log. Good catch. A respective probabilities are this. If they raise 3 times, that the probability the same house wins all the A and B. A, B, and C each wins one race are respectively how much? They race 3 times the same house. It's all the 3 races. Assume dead heat. Would be calculated, but yeah, I would want to look at this later. The successive coefficients of expansion are 1 is to 4 is to 10. Then n is equal to okay. Generally such questions are quite easy, so I'll look at it later. I have hardly 10 minutes left. I want to complete the paper. The function f of n denotes the number of positive integer divisors of n. F of n is the number of divisors, the number of factors. Positive number of factors, positive factors. Okay. Sum of the smallest 6 n's satisfying f of n plus f of n plus 1 is equal to 7. Could get a little lengthy. So f of n plus f of n plus 1 is equal to 7. And that could be broken up as 1 plus 6. Not possible because only the only number 1, only the number 1 has 6 1 factors, so not possible. 2 plus 5. There's a prime number which has 2 factors, and next to a prime number is a perfect square who has 5 factors, which has 5 factors. 5 can be obtained as only 4 plus 1. So it has to be some fourth power. Any fourth power close to a prime number, next to a prime number. Raised to the power 4 prime number and plus 1 should have 4 factors. Or it would be minus 1 also. Yeah. So yeah, 16 plus 1. Lengthy. Don't get stuck into this. PQR. Okay. 4 minus 3x minus 2x square the whole raised to the power 4 is a0 plus summation of a r x raised to the power from r equal to 1 to 8. Then the value of a1 plus a3 plus a5 plus a7. So we are looking at the coefficients of x cube, x to the power 5 plus and x to the power 7. We are looking for the odd power coefficients, the expansion. Not now. All right. So 26 is the last question, I think, which I have seen. This is my very much Google seems. The numerator would be 3 minus 2, 1. A square minus B square, that would be 1. And I think that is the case for all of them. That is the case for all of them, 2 root 2. So plus root 2 minus root 7 plus root 7 minus root 6. Okay, everything is getting cancelled out except for the first and maybe the last term. So 3 minus root 3. Therefore, the value of a plus b would be 3 plus 3, that is 6. So these were easy pickings. Only 10 questions answered till now. Seems to be difficult to the arithmetic questions that I could find ratio. Okay, no worries. 6 minutes for DI questions. Five sectors. Answer the questions below. Company A, B, C, D, E. Men and women are in the ratio. This the total number of people employed in all the five sectors is what? Okay, so maybe that is the number of people employed in each company, and then the ratio is given. I think I'll give it 2-3 minutes and find out the number of people in each one. Okay, in percentage terms. So company A had 28% people. So let me assume 100 people only. 100 nahi, I'll assume the number of people to be some 700. I'm taking the number of people to be 700. So 700, 28% of 700 would be 196, and that needs to be split in the ratio 3:1. So 147 and 49. B has it as 5:2 or 15%. So 15% of 700 is 105. 5:2. 5 parts out of 7. So each part is 15. 5 parts would be 75 and 30. So basically 105 and split would be 75 and 30. C has 24. So 24 basically split in the ratio 5:3. 5:3, that would be 15% and 8%. 24 into 7, 168, and the ratio would be 5:3. So that would be 120. Sorry, 15%. That would be 105 and 63. 21 into 5, 21 into 3. Yeah. D would be 2:1, 18. So that is 6 and 12%. So 18% of this 18 into 7 is 126. So 126 out of the 700, and then the ratio 2:1. This is easy. 84:40. And he has 12 and 3. 15% would be 105, and 12 and 3, 4:1 would be 84 and 21. Women in the ratio, women in the sectors A, C, D, E. Women are second one. So 49:63:42:21. 49:63:42:21. 49:63:42:21. 2:1 in the end. 2:1 in the end. 2:1 in the end is happening only in option A. Answer is option A. Next, the average number of men in all sectors is. Average number of men in all sectors is. So number of men divided by 5. So 147 plus 70. Okay, I'll add the 5s first. 75 plus 105, 180. 180 plus 164, 168. 180 plus 168. 168 plus 147 is an easy calculation. 168 plus 7, 175. 175 plus 40. 15, 315. 315 plus 180. 315 plus 180 is 315 plus 180 is 315 plus 180 is 495 divided by 5. So as per my numbers, the average is coming out to be 99. But basically, my number 700 was equal to 168,000. So into from 7 to 168 is 24 times and 10 extra. So 24 and 0. So into 240. So 240 into 99 should be the answer. 240 into 99, the answer would be option B. It's left median number of employees in the median number of employees in all the sectors is. So median number would be the median of these numbers. Median number of employees, not the men or female, males or females. Okay, so median number of these five numbers. Middle value 105, 105, 126. My 126 would be 240, 126 into 40. 16 into 240. Okay, so there'll be a 0 at the end. 126 into 24. 126 into 20 is 252. 252 0 and 20 times this 200 times would have been 5200 and 4 times 4 or 40 times 4 52504. So 500 and after that adding a 5040. So if 100 by 7 employees, 100 by 7 employees switch from sector A, sector D, then the percentage change in the number of employees in sector D is accomplished. How is that even possible? 100 by 7. 100 by 7. 100 by 7 employees. Take it as 1/7 of A. I take it as 1/7 of A. Switch to D. So D goes from 80, basically 28% ka 1/7 switch. I'm assuming that way. So 4% would switch from A to D. So D would go from 18% to 22%. It will be a change of 4 by 80. Oh, okay. All right. Good attempt, good attempt. 3 the yeah. What will now? When these changes have taken place, in the following sentence, the incorrect part is underlined. It's an alternative of the 4 options so that the sentence is rendered correct. Correct sentence correction. Changes have taken place. When these changes have taken place, then not be there. Will it be possible to discuss? Well, then will it be possible to discuss further details? When these changes have taken place, will it be possible to discuss further? I was not present to watch him perform, but I am sure he could have had a super. I was not present to watch him perform, but I'm sure he would have performed or he would have some strength to accomplish such a feat. He would have. So let me look at the options. He would have had. Must have. I've not been. Must have. Such a feat. With strength to accomplish such a feat. You have had he must have strength to accomplish such a feat. That's the limit. You always insist that you are. So I know it's in the right. You always insist that you are in the right. So others are common saying. And then when the meeting would be cancelled, I would not have rushed to get there on time. I would not have rushed to get there on. I would not have. Yeah. After 1991, China signed. Mark the part containing an error. Sentence has been divided into four parts. One of the parts has an error. After 1991, China signed a series of treaties fixing upon its boundaries with the Soviet Union and Russia, in effect ceding a million square kilometers of Chinese territory grabbed by Russia in 19th century. In effect, ceding a million square kilometers, fixing upon its fixing its boundaries. He find the U word is used incorrectly. He reached into his pocket and found some loose change. As he delved deeper into the mystery novel, as she delved deeper into the mystery novel, she discovered several loose threads in the plot. Okay. If you don't hold your hand tightly, I might lose you in the busy shopping mall. खो देंगे LOSC होना चाहिए. So see the options. Statement below contains a word used incorrectly. Same question type. Hurricane slammed into the coast. About that. Hurricane slammed into the coast. Not sure. Did you watch her perform at the poetry slam? Graph was 17 when she won the first of her 21 Grand Slam titles. He snapped up some dough for the pizza. He attended a meeting of the advisory committee. David made his own advisory in the quarterfinals. She's acting in an advisory role in the administration. Most big shareholders and key shareholders advisory services have voiced support for the transaction. Advisory beat his old advisory. I think it is advisory. Is not the right word. The actress portrayed the character of a snooty elderly woman. Despite his snooty demeanor, I'm not sure of what snooty is. Scientists have always been aware of how fear can rule our lives and make us ill. The fear can rule our lives and make us ill. Court ruled that the laws passed by the assembly remain valid. The normal chest X-ray can rule out pneumonia. The teacher asked the students to write down the essay on a ruled page. What should be ruled out? They claimed to her son's assets without a will. As the sailors prepared to face the approaching storm, they bravely ascended the masts, lay aloft, and secure the sails. See if there's a path to the higher ground so that we may view the lay of the land. Do you know the rules of how to lay down a table for dinner? Any other? Okay. The questions seem to be similar, quite similar. The Prime Minister takes no word about his strong stance, breaks no bones about his strong stance. Terrorism having implemented strong measures to dismantle terrorist camps, makes no bones about his strong stance on it. Makes no bones. Sure. Butterflies are likened to dash as they are first to indicate the impact of climate change, suggesting potential disruptions in the ecosystem that may ensue. Okay, as they're the first to indicate the impact of climate change, something that you know identifies something. Rainbow canary in the coal mine could be possible, something that identifies changes or dangers. Rainbow in the gray sky, cloud with a silver lining, wolf in sheep's clothing. I think the only one which is possible is option A. I'll go ahead. We had to dash involving extensive paperwork and stringent credit checks to get a loan. हाँ, ठीक है. This is clear. This is jump through hoops. That's simply something which is very difficult or something like that. Very lengthy or tedious kind of a thing. Someone easily dash. Made him become. Plays and hurt the dogs. Something which shows anger or minor issues. He was wearing a seeming costly blazer, but he actually picked it up. Thing which should not be costly. Picked it up for the diamond, for the I think for a song reflect something which is not very costly. These things are quite costly for peace. Not thought of this, just taking a chance. My tennis racket has been gathering dust unused. The real estate developer saw the abandoned property as a potential dash for a well, mine, which is economic downturn have led to skyrocketing unemployment rates. Safe very easily. His desire for power to dash unfavorable. His desire for power dash unfavorable. ITC is predicting possible next phase of so it's a crackdown. Yeah. His desire for power to muzzle unfavorable reporting was widely seen as a possible next phase of the crackdown on free speech. Yes. The octopus has been the dash of the dash tales and urban legends. This has long been the nemesis of legendary tales, subject of tales, folklore folklore itself, subject of tales and urban legends, nemesis of legendary tales and urban legends. It tales and itself long the target of fictional tales. Not sure, I'll not take a chance. Negative marking. Ratnamala was dash as a child, cheerful and full of laughter. Then so, villains can't be the answer. Despondent can't. If I eliminate also, I think shit something that could fit it. I have no clue, but guess maybe careful guess. Have the dash chart under finger and give it. If the paragraph given below has a sentence missing, which is indicated by a blank, from the choices given below the paragraph, choose the sentence that seems to be most logically appropriate, complete the paragraph. Tiger sharks take part in complex migrations of events, cyclically returning to the same breeding sites each time. However, when the sharks in general mature later and have lower fish in sand migration. It's the most fish. Spirit hills. Growth rate is even lower in sand tiger sharks. Okay. Then we're discussing about productive events, complex issues in sand tiger sharks. Sharks have lower reproductive rates, mature later, even lower in sand tiger sharks. And we're discussing issues in their breeding, reproduction, reproductive rates, etc. These factors are active before does not make sense. It is highly sought after in the commercial fisheries for many products. But this makes them extremely vulnerable to the impact of human activities such as fishing. This species is subject to intense fishing pressure across most of its uh, range. No, I think so shows some vulnerability because they have lower reproductive rates. Yes, submits it. Indian and both Indian classical music and Western music have their own unique rhythmic patterns. In Indian classical music, the talas provide a framework for improvisation and composition. While both the styles, Indian and classical talas provide a framework. Something about the Western music, rhythmic patterns. Something related to that. While both styles are distinct, they also share common elements. Something which shows difference with Indian music. Western, the meter provides a structure for composition and does provide a structure for uh, the two styles of music have each style taking influence from the other. Another difference between it is the way in which the form interact with. It's not required. Another difference, they have not mentioned any other difference. So another difference is not required. Two styles have what over the time. Question is it does provide a structure for promotion and performance. I think I'll go for this. Shows the difference. While both have their own distinct rhythmic patterns, they also share some common elements. Albert Einstein, Rosa Parks, Steven Spielberg, Isaac Newton, Ford have been some of the most influential people. Sadly, these people are seen as the exception, as being among so something good about them shows that how they have been okay, as being among a few introverts who have become successful. There are many stereotypes around. Sadly, many people think of this way of working is essential. They have not mentioned any work of way of working being as such. They are also all documented introverts. A stereotype is that all introverts being shy, okay, they are all something common about them. Sadly, these are seen as exceptions. Yeah, this should be the answer. For centuries, attempts to sync calendars with the length of the natural year have sowed chaos until the concept of leap year provided a way to make up for the lost time. The solar year is approximately 365.22 days long, and simply ignoring the seemingly small fraction creates a much bigger problem than one might suggest. So, how much that 0.2422 days kind of could, or what is the impact of that? The long organize their lives and go there and observe in the skies. So, calendar consider 4 days and match that number. That's why the most modern world has a insurance. Yeah, no calendar captures this, but ignoring that would, create big problems. Can a chocolate make you happy? And since like if he could likely already knew the answer thousands without any formal scientific studies. Okay, so something which says that chocolates can make happy. Been programmed to give chocolate. Yeah, so it should be option B, something which answers the question, and they already knew the answer. It is great for this kind of beer. For many of us, it is the first thing in the morning and the last thing at night. It's a nagging, persistent compulsion created by molecules in our brains. The average Indian checks the phone every. This is the starter. Four is the starter. Average Indian checks their phone every 12 minutes. For many of us, this thing is the first thing we do in the morning and last thing we do at night. Okay, 4-2 should be 1-3 or 3-1. And why is it so? It's a nagging persistent compulsion driven by molecules in our brains, and one molecule is in particular is usually blamed for this, which is dopamine. So 4-2-3-1. Okay, great. Playful teasing observed in human children as young as 8 months old may have deeper origins in our primate relatives. Researchers observed spontaneous social interactions among orangutans, chimpanzees, bonobos, and gorillas to uncover these behavior. It involves intentionally violating. I'll come to this later if I have time. The game now is a different sort of a popularity problem. Right. It's lush and meticulously tended bowling greens continue to dot Britain. Many clubs serve as British players still dominate in lawn bowls at the Commonwealth Games, where it has been a core sport since the event was launched in 1930. Ways to fill their leisure time. Club memberships have fallen and closures have been. Yeah. British players still dominate in lawn bowls, but the game has a different sort of a popularity problem. As Britons have found more ways to fill their leisure time, memberships have fallen, and the lush and meticulously tended bowling greens continue to dot in many clubs serve as the hubs. Lush and meticulously. Mhm. Okay, so 4-1-3 is what I am able to think about it. That's a risk. Not very sure. In other words, it is the amount of sun's power detected by a measuring instrument. Solar irradiation. Solar irradiation is the amount of electromagnetic radiation received from the sun over unit area that we have started. The amount of solar irradiance varies depending on how far the object is from sun, the angle of the sun, and the solar cycle. Okay? When these data are integrated over time, the information is called solar irradiation, insolation, and solar exposure. In other words, it's the amount of in other words, it's the amount of sun's power detected by a solar irradiation is the amount of electromagnetic radiation. In other words, it is the amount of sun's power detected by a measuring unit. The amount of solar irradiance varies depending on how far this is this. When these data are arranged over time, it's called this. Kala is an integrate symbolic form of visual art originating from Hindu and Buddhist traditions. Its earliest evidence dates back to the Indus Valley civilization in ancient India. The meaning circle in Sanskrit, mandalas are circular designs that represent the universe. Art is introduced. Continuation of the first sentence, Hindu and Buddhist traditions, earliest evidence, then literally meaning and further explanation. Passage. Scientists say sleeping sickness. Okay, huge Kazakh steppe with total population. This ethnic Russians, Germans, villagers would fall asleep suddenly while waking headaches. Sick person appears to be conscious and can even move without any further deep events. There's been nothing on waking up. The sickness would have felt. The Kazakh mystery illness affected more than 140 people. Dusty settlements. This. They would suddenly fall asleep suddenly even when while walking or waking up with memory loss, grogginess, weakness, etc. Okay, and they would not remember anything like that. But all the time, when but all the time he then falls into weakness, snores, and remembers absolutely waking up. Sickness would affect both old and young, sometimes resulting in hallucinations. Even pets were not immune. Doctors tested sufferers, but mysterious illness defied explanation that was without patient suffering. Suffering the after effects of counterfeit vodka, but as they began diagnosing people with encephalopathy of an unknown origin, a generic term for brain illnesses. They may suspect nearby uranium mines that were closed after the fall of Soviet Union. A they surprise in radium levels, even sleep disorder experts could not find a cause. Somnologist, sleep expert, okay, explained that the twice were most likely suffering a psychosis in the family age, a psychosomatic rash that afflicted children and use as the fears of their strats. Then, okay, so it's something psychosomatic. Okay, all right. And what is the primary symptom of sleeping sickness affecting the residents of primary symptom? Straight sleeping sickness. Suddenly falling asleep is the problem. Hallucinations be normal also, but be with this also. What did Kazakhstan's health ministry find during the testing? They were hopes in relation to the mysterious illness. Doctors. Yeah. Uh, Lessons can be drawn from the details provided in the passage, lack of oxygen. This thing, history, this after analyzing the of all the residents, after analyzing the results of medical examination, all the researchers concluded that was caused by heightened levels of carbon dioxide hydrocarbons in the air. Uranic mines were closed at some point, and at times the concentration of carbon that occurs there, the oxygen in the air is reduced, and accordingly matches the real reason for the sleeping sickness in the villages. I think I did read this part. 35th question. Yeah, basement heavy concentration. Health Ministry found elevated radium levels. So, yeah. Just following can be drawn as influences lack of oxygen in the body. So, sleep was being caused because there was carbon monoxide and oxygen in the air is reduced accordingly, which is the real reason for sleeping sickness. This says this lack of oxygen in the air is reduced, which is the real reason because lack of oxygen in the air causes lack of oxygen in the body. That causes the sleep. I think I'm not sure about this answer. I'll mark this for later. I have 7.5 minutes left. Okay, I'll move ahead quickly. I have one more passage to look into. Which is following best describes the meaning of the word psychosomatic. Psychosomatic. A psychosomatic rash, physical illness caused by the psychological factors. A contagious disease transmitted to mental stress, a neurological disorder characterized by this disease. Yeah, it is a physical illness caused by psychological factors. So rash that was caused by fears. What effect did the closure of organic mines have air quality of the villages? It may led to an increase more in the dispersal of air. Speed up of carbon dioxide and hydrocarbons. Yeah. Okay. Next. So the following suggests the source of the given passage. Scientists have discovered this is doctor tested this. One somnologist, an excerpt from the book of public health issue, a blog post written by a medical professional. No, a news article from a reputable online news. This thing, scientific research paper. This is not a research paper. News article from a reputable online news. This have discovered a cause. I think this is reporting. The cause of strange is a news article. Moving on, I have one more passage to check. I think I'll go through the passage. When hunting small prey, red foxes and employ a tactic known as mousing. When they stalk their quarry until a certain distance, foxes step to the winter when snow covers the ground. Alarm foxes fly when the hill beneath the snow. Geologists they stalk their quarry until a certain distance. So, the foxes are in hunting secret sense and helps. So team enlisted the help of wildlife biologists. So investigating this thing, and they made observed 84 foxes. However, prey was hidden such as deep within vegetation or within snow. Foxes consistently left towards the northeast, taking 600 mouse jumps from the evolution and then from the direction. So they left towards northeast. Northeast jumps had 70% success rate compared to the less than 20% in other directions as strategic advantage. This preparation northeast. Day weather, despite resistance, hypothesis, it is common for ants to have hypothesis that ability to detect Earth magnetic field using it hunting into the locations copper ants make sense of first as researchers speculate researchers suggest foxes can perceive magnetic field as real pattern superimposed. Okay. Here's the following is the closest meaning of the word quarry as in there in the passage. Uh, Stalk their quarry, prey, stalk their prey until a certain distance and then leave fire come on the prey from behind. Yeah. What does Jaroslav suggest about the hunting behavior of the red fox? With life activity? Suraj suggests that to rely on auditory cues while hunting, but he also proposes the existence of secret sense that helps them see, help them target unseen things. That primary and visual and auditory cues. Visual and vision. They use mousing as a secondary hunting tactic in the 100%. Okay, next, according to the passage, what advantage does the mousing tactic provide to the red foxes during winter? Settle even in allowing foxes to get in the snow. It allows them to go deeper. Yeah, it allows them to blend in the snow environment. It helps them detect prey hiding. So it enables them to move swiftly. It prevents tracking them. Okay, at a certain distance. Stacked covers snow covers around foxes. Hitting peaks swiftly. Yeah, because even in the snow, allowing them to catch the prey beneath the snow. Technique. Them detect, not movement. There's nothing about movement. How do the researchers propose foxes perceive the Earth's magnetic field pattern, a series of auditory signals, which are the following conclusions can be drawn. The mousing technique employed by the larger prey, the magnetic sense, aids this thing. For certain species to possess snow, there a tendency to jump northeast is a behavior triggered by its prey magnetic versus prey attacks. Okay, I'll not mark the last one. Done. So I have been able to attempt 15. Okay, MCQ I've attempted 13 and verbal ability I've attempted 637. Okay, let us see how have I performed. So let us get into the analytics part of this now. Okay, I think you all were seeing how I was performing. So I'm pretty sure you all would have an understanding of how I did because you all already know the answers. But let's see how the score has been. Oh. All right, I've cleared the cutoffs and I'm really happy about it. Especially the QA MCQ section was exceptionally, very difficult. Short answer section was also challenging. Verbal was easy, but I am not such a great one at verbal, so I've cleared the cutoff of verbal section. But yeah, I think as students, good score in the verbal ability section could have been around 150 easily. If you are good at your vocabulary and your idioms and phrases. For the other two sections, I think my score would be the score that you should aim to achieve, or if not more, because I've also not done exceedingly well. Yeah, I've tried to perform well. I'm good at maths. I'm a QA mentor, but you would have seen because I was taking that paper as a test. I got stuck at a lot of questions there as well, right? So yes, quite exciting. After a long time, I've taken a 2-hour test with all the three sections. And I hope, I've been able to give you some insight as to, how you should attempt the paper, how you should skip paper questions or, take questions during the paper, right? So everyone there on the YouTube live, I hope this session was, beneficial. So let me know in the chat how you found the session to be. And ideally, after the session, you should take a 15-20 minute break and then go through the analysis. I had, done a few random answers in the short answer section. So there, I've got 8 wrong. I think I had attempted around 10 questions genuinely over there. So maybe 1 or 2 questions have gone wrong. I'll check, what has happened over there. In the QA MCQ, I've attempted 13 and fortunately, I've got all 13 correct. So I think, yeah, that is one strong thing that I have 100% accuracy there. But maybe, my selection was not that great. I should have been better with my selection in the MCQ section is what I feel. I spent, a lot of time on some of the questions. Verbal ability, my ability in verbal itself is not so great. So with that, if I've scored 133, I think you should genuinely aim to score 150 marks in the verbal ability section of this paper, right? My understanding of maybe, conclusions and such things could be a little advantage. But apart from that, the vocabulary part and phrases and idioms could be the area where you should be much stronger than what I am. So I will analyze this paper and see what I could have done better and where I could have, scored even more. So yes, this is how, maybe this should help you in planning your attempts better. So try to, take the subsequent sim tests. And there would also be a live solving of SimIPMAT 12 by Jamin sir at the end of this month. To stay in the club 150 of IMS, you need to take all the tests, all the proctored sim tests in the sim test window itself. If you do that, you would be allowed to continue in that club 150 where you get a WhatsApp group, and there are these exclusive sessions that are done only for students who are scoring more than 150 consistently in the tests, right? So I hope all the best to the students who attended. Thank you very much. You all have been very patient in watching me solve the paper. And it would have been quite boring, but I hope it was a little interesting as well. So on this note, I'll end the session. Thank you very much, guys. Keep working hard and we'll keep interacting through the sessions, IPM Indore sessions and the Club 150 sessions. Okay. So all the best and bye-bye. At this point, I think I should end the session.